Hold up.
How deep can we go?
So I usually start off every day with a cup of coffee and a little bit of almond creamer with oatmeal. Oatmeal is one of my favorite things to have in the morning, and essentially I have it like 5-6 days out of the week because it's just so easy and so versatile, and it's extremely healthy for you, of course. It's a long-lasting carbohydrate and it's got all those fibers and a decent amount of protein in it, so it keeps you full for a long period of time. I also add protein powder to it, a little bit of peanut butter, and then whatever fruit I'm feeling for that day, and it makes it so it's a really easy oatmeal and a really easy breakfast to have. But I can always switch it up if I want a different flavor, like if I want blueberries or strawberries, apples, raisins, whatever I want in it, I can just add it and get a whole different flavor. In addition, I can get a different flavor from protein. I have lots of different protein flavors, from chocolate to peanut butter to pumpkin spice. I'm kind of a protein powder junkie. P.S. I know I look really cute right now. Forgive me, but this is real life stuff. So yeah, that is all I have for the morning. And then I also take my multivitamins and my different supplements in the morning as well. So I'll show you what those look like. So right now my primary supplements are the Base Control by Hum Nutrition, which is a regular multivitamin, and it also includes iron, so really good for anyone out there, especially if you're a woman, you want the one with iron. If you're a man, you might not need the extra iron in there. Just something that us women have to worry about a little bit more with our menstrual cycles and all that fun stuff. So I am really liking this. It's a really good multivitamin, and it doesn't cause me any stomach upset or anything like that. Sometimes multivitamins can cause that when they have iron especially, or they have a little bit of a nausea factor, so that's no fun. Then I have the red carpet supplement. It includes a little bit of vitamin E and then black currant seed oil, which has GLA and ALA, which essentially it is just good for the skin and the hair, and it helps add some shine to it. P.S. Do you like my white nails? I really like the red carpet, and I notice a difference when I take it. And then I also have vitamin D because I tend to get a little bit of seasonal depression, and it's been quite dark out lately, so I've been taking that. Not an excessive amount, it's just about 2,000 IUs of vitamin D, so nothing too insane. Also, when I need it, I am taking Big Chill, which is rhodiola, which is an adaptogenic herb, and that just helps with managing stress. It helps with your body's natural stress response, so your adrenal glands and all that fun stuff. So I'm trying this out. I'm actually new to this, so I can't speak for it if it works, you know, perfectly well just yet, but I'm gonna try it for a month or 2, 3 months maybe, and see if it makes a difference in my stress levels. For those of you who don't know me that well, I have generalized anxiety and yeah, and so I'm hoping that this can help lower my levels of anxiety, but we will see. And just a side story, I am considering going on this instead of the Base Control because I feel like I get a lot of the vitamins that I need in my diet, but I need vitamins that are a little more geared towards skin health, and this is exactly what the Daily Cleanse is for. We can take a look at the back and see what it has. It has zinc, selenium, copper, and then a skin detox, quote unquote, detox herbs and all that. So I'm gonna see. I tried it for a month. I noticed some differences at the beginning, and then I didn't see any after a while, and I stopped taking it. So I'm gonna continue taking it regularly, and I'm gonna film what my skin story is with that. So I'll give you a more update on this once I switch from the Base Control to this. But just thought I'd tell you a little bit more about what types of supplements that I'm taking right now. And yeah. Okay, so it is 10:48 right now, and I'm having my first snack of the day, which is a chocolate protein muffin. And I made these with the Kodiak cake chocolate mix and an egg, cup of milk, and I think that's it. I just essentially followed the recipe on the Kodiak cakes box. I can leave a link to that below, but they have a really good protein mix, and typically it's for pancakes and waffles, but I like to use them for protein muffins just for a cheaper alternative, because making protein muffins with like some of the Tone It Up recipes and the other recipes that I've followed can be really expensive. So this will keep me full until lunch, and then we'll see what I'm feeling for lunch when that time comes around. So I'm about to head into a meeting for work, and as you can see, I work from home, so that means that I can kind of multitask and be in my meeting and eat lunch at the same time. Not what I love to do, but that's just how today is working out for me. So today I'm having a salad. My salad is based off of one of the Tone It Up recipes, the Cobb salad, Tone It Up version of a Cobb salad. And I'm gonna have garbanzo beans, feta cheese, sliced almonds, and grapes. I'm gonna have a side of a whole grain roll. It's actually a French loaf that I just cut in half, but I still had the end of that loaf left, so I'm gonna add that to my salad. I also like to end my lunch with something sweet, but I try not to have my dessert too early on in the day, or I feel like I'm craving all day long. So I'm going to have one of these little fruit and nut date balls. Sounds really weird. They also kind of look funny, but they're actually really good. And they kind of remind me of a Lara bar just mixed in a ball. And they give me that hint of sweet flavor during the day, in the middle of the day, that I need without overdoing it on sugar too soon. Because usually I will save my dessert or my, you know, treat of the day for the end of the day, just because that's how I like to do it. But yeah, so that is how I am going to end my lunch. And then, you know, I'm just having a small lunch today because I anticipate having a snack pretty soon after, at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's all for now. So now it is afternoon, and I am about to have another cup of coffee. If you're curious, it's 2:37. I'm gonna have another cup of coffee with some almond creamer, and then decide on an afternoon snack. Usually I have my afternoon snack at about 3:30, depending on how hungry I feel. But I'll have it with my cup of coffee, my second cup of coffee for the day, because I'm a coffee monster. Just so my stomach isn't upset by coffee by itself, because yeah. So I think based on what I've already had today, that I'm probably going to have a banana and maybe a little bit of peanut butter. So that'll be my snack number 2 for the day. I eat pretty frequently. I tend to have about 6 small meals a day versus having 3 or so large meals, just because I personally find that my blood sugar does better. If I've mentioned it before in another video, I have a sensitive body, and my body is just very sensitive when it comes to blood sugar. I like to feel energized throughout the day, so for me that's 6 meals a day. For some of you that might not work, and you might do more like 5 meals a day, and that's just fine, but this is what I find personally works for me the best and keeps me energized throughout the day and keeps me full throughout the day. So you do you, but I personally do the 6 meal a day method, just because, not because it's any gimmicky diet trend, just because for me personally, my blood sugar just does better with it. So I'm changing my mind, and instead of peanut butter, I'm going to have these peanut butter and chocolate dipped almonds. Skinny dipped is amazing. I do have a coupon code below if you're interested in getting 15% off, but I'm telling you guys, these are the best things you could have. So yummy. They have so many different flavors, and they are skinny dipped, so instead of having like a huge chunk of chocolate all over them, they have just a thin layer of whatever the flavor is, and it doesn't hardly add any sugar to it, and it adds all the flavor that you need. So it's more of like a snack instead of a dessert. So tastes like a dessert, acts like a snack. Pretty nice, right? Am I selling it yet? So one of the reasons that people shy away from tofu is because they feel like it's just too hard to handle and that it gets soggy, or every time that they cook it, it's just kind of a hassle to do the whole pressing the water out of the tofu and making it a good enough texture to kind of resemble meat. So today I am going to prove to you that tofu is actually really easy to cook and you don't have to try very hard at all to get it to taste just right. I learned a trick from another YouTuber and I'm gonna share that with you right now. So right now I'm cooking it right on the stovetop. No seasoning, no nothing. I just took it right out of the package, drained the excess of water, and cut it up into little tiny pieces. And I put half of the block of tofu that's all cut up into the saute pan. It's a non-stick saute pan, and I'm just letting it cook on medium heat. It may seem way too simple to be true, but once you do this, the water starts to evaporate and then it really gets that crispy texture that you're looking for. The smaller the pieces, the easier this is to do, but I've also done this with just tofu patties and cut it up into about 6 pieces, and it works just the same. You just have to be a little bit patient and make sure that you give it enough time on one side to brown and don't flip it excessively, or don't let it, you know, steam itself by having something covering it. You want the air to be able to be released. So that is my power tip today. Tofu is actually super easy and way more simple than we give it credit for. And after it starts to crisp up and brown on the pan, then that's when I will add any of my extra additions like seasonings to it, because tofu does need seasoning. You can also add barbecue sauce, sriracha, teriyaki sauce, anything like that. It just depends on what flavor you're going for. Right now, I'm just gonna be kind of plain and simple and just add whatever spices I feel like, and maybe a little bit of olive oil once the water is all evaporated. P.S. I'm doing this all while this is going in the oven, so I kind of multitask and my veggies and my protein are ready at about the same time. Another power tip, you want to do as much as possible while one thing is in the oven. You want to be cooking or doing your dishes or just multitasking in some way, so that you don't have to worry about one thing being done too soon and then dinner's not served at the time that you want it to be. I am all about convenience. So everything is cooked and ready to go. I have my tofu and then mixed veggies, and I'm going to add some salsa verde and chunky guacamole to it just to add some flavor, because I didn't add a whole lot of spices to the tofu. So I just want to make sure I have a little bit of healthy fat and flavoring. So I'm ready to eat. Oh, and how can I forget my whole grain roll on the side? Okay, so my last meal of the day is usually some sort of small treat, just because I like to kind of save up. I just like to save my treat for the end of the day, so I'm not like craving sweets all day long, but I still get to end my day with something a little special. So right now I'm having a piece of this Dove Raspberry Rosé Dark Chocolate. I saw it at the store and I was like, I'm getting this. If you put the words dark chocolate and rosé in the same sentence, like, duh. This is what it looks like, and you can see I've already opened it. I just put it in a little baggie and I just take a few pieces off of it every night when I want to have some, and so I'm just having like a small, probably like 100-calorie portion, maybe a little bit less, but yeah, so it just, my little piece tonight looks like this, and I'm gonna also have it with a sparkling water, just because that's another thing that I can kind of have at the end of the night to tame my sweet tooth, because I am like you, I'm human, I have a sweet tooth at night as well. So just a little tip and way to indulge, but not to go overboard during the day. hope you guys enjoyed watching my what I eat in a day on the Tone It Up Love Your Body nutrition plan. And let me know what other videos you want to see, what other topics you want to see. If you like what I eat in a day videos, I don't like doing these too much because I feel like they're, I don't know, I feel like they might be boring to you guys, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I know that before you guys have really enjoyed them, so I guess we'll just see what you guys think and see what you have to say in the comments. So I will talk to you guys later and have a wonderful night. Bye guys.